Iris is a devil.
I took the shortcut. I told you about it.
What shortcut?
No. Never mind. Here's your tickets. One way. Haha. Where's the train going? Home. It always goes home.
Home.
Dot. You best do it for your sake. I hope the train is merciful. Lady Luck can only follow you so far. Oh, be careful. Whatever you do, don't forget about our friendship. Don't be sad, my playthings. We'll meet again.
Playthings. Should we shine a light on him?
No, I think we get on the train and we get the fuck out.
I'm still like looking around, scouting for monsters. Just in case. We're done?
We won!
Peace. We got out!
Stay close, chapter 1
That's it.
complete.
Chapter 1?
I think there's only one chapter.
Yeah.
You
hear my flashlight?
You hear mine?
Yeah.
That's my flashlight.
Yeah, it's my flashlight too. I like the riddle.
What is the first guy's name? Alexander Vods. Man, I want a co-op horror game, a good one. Like a AAA title one.
What do you think is your #1 co-op game?
#1 co-op game?
Nah. Yeah. What happens if we go back here?
I think Divinity. I think the game just restarts. Yeah, I think Divinity co-op is really good.
Oh.
We're
Yeah, it
here
just
again.
restarts. Yeah, Alt F4.
All that for. How much did we play? 2 hours. The game is exactly 2 hours long.
Not bad. Not bad for a shitty game.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Back to Steam. I'm gonna take a leak from the back. I'm black. Refund? No, we're refunding, man. We finished the whole game. Fuck would you refund the finished game?
Back.
You refund because the game is total trash or buggy or unfinished. That one was just bad, but we still finished it.
Yeah. Was okay. We played it and finished it.
Kinda wanna play Dragon Quest, but not on stream.
Peggy 20.
What's Dragon Quest?
It's a super long JRPG that probably spans like 200 hours long.
Oh, JRPG.
Pussy in the sky. Killer pussy. Where's my pending $16 from fucking Bigfoot, huh?
Takes a while.
Well played, turd muffin.
Well played. Riddles are hard, man. Especially if you don't read through riddle books like some nerds do all day in their lives.
Especially if the riddle is stupid. Like that sculpture in Doll.
Statue definitely should have been an answer for that.
I mean, statues are colder than dolls. I mean, they're stones. I can
That was
imagine.
the thing that threw me off the most was that it called the doll a she. And it also said the hands couldn't hold anything, but that's not even true. Doll hands can hold things.
What?
Yeah, and the wind one didn't make any sense. It said the wind never rested. But the wind definitely dies down eventually, so it rests. I was like, huh. How does that work?
God Eater? What is that?
In other languages, doll is a she. In English, it's definitely it.
No, it wants to confuse us in the wrong way.
God Eater? I think I heard about that game before. Goto Eater. God Eater. Resurrection. Rage Burst. Eee. Nudity.
Peggy 12.
Oh.
The game has nudity.
Oh.
There is only one unceasing truth in this world. Survival of the fittest.
English.
We need you here now. This origami, it's the new
Oh yeah, it's the budget Monster Hunter
We're reading a massive bias field disruption near your location.
with anime
It does
grills.
look like Monster Hunter. It's a weeb Monster Hunter.
It would devour
With
everything
anime
it makes a
grills.
I am Julius Visconti, captain of Fenrir's Blood Special Forces unit.
Blood are my chosen soldiers, superior to all other god eaters.
Blood Special Forces. Let's rock this.
What?
I don't like the graphics. It's too PS2. I'm already like getting destroyed by shitty graphics by playing Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate. Yeah, I can't handle another game. Mostly positive. I've noticed a lot of the Weeb games are completely positive. I'm suspecting it's because only Weeb players go there, and other players don't even bother. They don't even bother checking it out. Sacred 2. Survivalist. Circle Empire. Yeah, I don't know why Sacred 2 is here. This is some outdated game. I have this game, I think. It's one of those action RPG games with infinite customization when it comes to building classes.
Oh, God Eater is actually new. It's like a few days ago.
God Eater 2 or the other one?
Yeah. God Eater 2, Rage Burst.
Oh, there's another one called Resurrection, but English
Oh, that
not
one.
supported? Anchor no speak?
No, speak to Nihon. Okay, we can leave. Watashi can understand.
Panzerstrategie, jawohl, mein Herr. Send in the Panzers.
This game works fine in English, yet below on the Steam store, English language not supported.
It does
Scam.
not support. They should make the Witcher 3 co-op. And then the second player, you can just be like Roach or something, you know. I'll be the Witcher.
Roach?
Yeah, you could be Roach.
I don't mind as long as Roach can do co-op things, you know? Like not just AI companion.
Yes.
Like in Ada's campaign.
Yes.
Fear 3, you already played it, right?
Yeah, only Fear 3 is co-op and I played that one.
Did you like
Let's
it?
check. Oh, it was okay. I played it with TI winner Jarax actually.
Oh. Yeah, winner. He deserves that. Jera.
Quality gaming content. Marvel Spider-Man review, Fred. Journalist already got it. Do I check this analysis? Battlefield 5?
All of this multiplayer mayhem takes place in the era where it all began.
Wow, another Battlefield game. I wonder what's gonna be original about this one.
Fight in 8 unexplored settings of mankind's greatest conflict. Take part in one of the biggest tank battles in human history in North Africa. Airdrop into the freezing landscapes of Norway. Engage in brutal close-quarter combat among the bridges and canals of Rotterdam.
Illa.
And join the struggle in the fields
Let's fight
and
in North
marshlands of the
Africa.
French countryside, opening up an all-new, only in Battlefield moments. It's not only about what
I don't want to
and
work in
where
a
you
video game,
play,
man.
but how.
Although it seems like every game you
We've
just
added
work in a
all
video
new
game
core
anyway.
gameplay changes to the classic Battlefield formula. Deeper squad play, fluid
Deeper
player
squad
movements,
play,
better
fluid
gun
player
mechanics,
movements, better gun
more ways
mechanics.
for you to not only destroy, but also build your surroundings. Your squad is more important than ever. Stay close, communicate and coordinate to take down your enemies and play the
I
objective.
think the only way Battlefield games are
Roll in
fun
various
is
reinforcements
if you're
to
playing
turn the tide
with
of
like
the battle.
3 or 4 other guys in a squad and they're all
Even
really good at the
rocket
game
supply
and you just
boxes.
like death squad through a bunch of
Mighty
people.
Crocodile, a devastating flame-throwing tank.
You know, you're just better than everyone else and you just kill every single person that meets.
Movement has been revamped to give you unprecedented mobility. Backpedal while firing when you're upright or on your back, so you always stay in the fight. Jump and smash through windows. Send grenades back from where they came. Or shoot them out of midair. Sprint while crouching to avoid sniper fire, moving faster cover to cover. Seek out
Whoa!
new terrain with combat vaulting. Or slide
Combat
sideways
vaulting?
into a room
That's
to surprise
crazy.
the enemy. In Battlefield 5, gunplay has been re-engineered to provide greater control and precision. Master weapons with more predictable recoil and spray patterns. Destruction is now more dynamic than ever.
Would I
Blowing
make
up a
my
house
own
from the
game?
inside.
Nah, sounds like too much effort. Easier to just flame other people's games.
To a Black Lotus is the center. A pair of revisions have counterfeits have always threatened the room. More than a museum, cabinets of
Quake Champions.
Peggy 18.
What are you doing, Leia? Looking for games still?
Looking.
I too am looking. Moonfall Ultimate? Co-op? I don't know what Moonfall is. Yeah, look up Moonfall, Leia, see if it's any good. I'm looking at Quake right now. Or what is this? Yeah, Quake Champions.
Quake is like...
No, I don't think you want to play these kind of games, especially with your ping. And I don't think I like this type of game at all. It's too arena-y for me.
Local co-op.
Yeah, no interest in
It
this
sounds
kind
like your kind of game. Platformer, 2D graphics.
Oh yeah, platformer.
You love it. You love this.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Top posts for this month. Cyberpunk is now playable start to finish. Wow. Blah 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 blah. Doom the fake outrage.
Hello everyone. Today joke and racist.
Interesting. Good. Dragon Ball Fighter Z becomes Evil's highest watched game ever on Twitch. Wow. Soon!
Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting the fine citizens of New York City to the threats they don't even know about. Namely, that menace Spider-Man. Our first caller is... What'd you say your name was?
Hi, this is Peter Patterson.
Peter Patterson?
Spider-Man?
Let me
Thanks,
tell you
Mr.
something,
J. Manuel.
Patterson. Spider-Man treats New York City as his own personal playground. Just yesterday, I saw him doing backflips and 360s. Disgraceful. Running and crawling on buildings. In fact, I have it on good authority that he's been doing swan dives off of skyscrapers. It seems the more confident he gets, the more creative he gets. Walk like a normal person.
Oh, come on, what's wrong with a little sightseeing? New York is super diverse and constantly changing. Maybe he's just looking for vantage points to monitor crime?
Is it realistic that you and Gork play again together in the future?
Sources tell me
He is on a
I think he played Dola, man. Let me play this.
Fun to watch you.
Unauthorized research stations. Get a permit like the rest of us, loser. Ever since he came
Spider-Man
on the
always
scene,
this ripped?
prancing around like an 80s action hero, gangs have been setting up
Thanks
shop,
for the Asian
using
efficiency.
warehouses, construction sites, and rooftops as bases of
I don't remember him
operation,
seeing be so
putting
ripped in his
lives
suit.
at risk.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
He was
Who
kind
does
of like skinny,
think
but
he
never
is?
ripped.
Spider Cop?
I really feel like he's trying to help people.
I don't want to hear it. The fine people of New York deserve better.
My uncle once
Look
said,
at that. What?
with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Maybe this is just his way of growing into the hero he wants to
Thanks
be.
again, Mr. J. Manuel.
And from what I've seen, the people seem to be a-okay with that.
Agree to disagree,
Experience
Patterson.
Spider-Man. I guess I keep watching the
Spider-Man
origin
only cares
story
about one
ones.
thing, himself.
And he's definitely not ripped in those. But yeah, in this one, he's fucking huge. It's an old trooper for the 12. How's my month been going? Well, this month is still fresh, but it's been going pretty well so far. Whoops. I'm down to play Spider-Man. What? What is this? New Diablo expansion?
What is with the lighting in this place? Hello, Mike. It's nice to hear from you.
Nice to see you again too, Reggie. I had a present delivered for you.
Mike, you know
Oh,
how
it's
many
Diablo
of
for the
these I have?
Switch?
You don't have this. Trust me. Just take a look.
Wait, is this what I think it is? One second, Mike. Let me patch in the fans. Okay, everyone. This is Reggie with Nintendo, and I'm here with our friend Mike Morheim, CEO and co-founder of Blizzard Entertainment. And well, Mike, why don't
What
you
is
tell
this
them?
ad?
Because honestly,
Isn't
I
this
don't think
ad
I can
so
wait
bad?
to start playing this.
Happy to. We're all big fans.
Thanks for the years of entertainment, Mr. China. Have a great day.
Thanks, Mr. Killer VGMMM for the 8. You have a great day too, man. Diablos. PlayStation Plus. God of War. Wow, Destiny 2?
I know game not up to date graphically, but what about Halo half-coup?
Halo 1 and 2 co-op? I don't think I want to play that again, dude. Kinda want to play games that are new-ish, like 2015 plus. God of War though. PlayStation. Karn in my chat. Karn boy, get your ass ready for a Divinity campaign. I don't remember what this guy is from. What game? Was it just from this? From Donkey Kong? I don't remember him at all. I definitely want to play this game. Ooh, when is this coming out? Donkey Kong 1064, yeah, it's the one I played too. It's the only one I played, the only Donkey Kong game.
Rogue, which meant it was going to be where they get too strong.
Why would you ever play
so
this?
that the Pokemon will survive with 1 HP instead of fainting. Again, that's just some of the small stuff. There's you're good to go.
Why would you ever play this again? Whoa! What are these graphics actually? They're insane. Is Tekken played competitively? I didn't know that. Huh. Every time I see competitive fighting, it's always Smash or like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's kind of big. Oh, interesting. Was that Noctis just now? What? I haven't played this game since the PS2, the Tekken Tag Tournament.
This should be fun.
tear you to pieces. Nina!
Anna Williams.
Yeah, the outfits are still ridiculous. Fighting in short or long dresses and high heels? What's that game with only girls? Dead or Alive or something? That was such a... That game was so targeted towards 13-year-olds.
Open wide. Well done.
Anybody else want a piece?
Lei Wulong.
Lei Wulong, no idea who that is. It's a Bruce Lee! Some Tekken 3.
It's payback time. Come on.
No interest in these fighting games. Realm Royale has lost 93% of its player base? Okay. Risk of Rain 2? Oh, I kinda like the first one. I played this with Fat Chocobo. It looks so weird now. Yeah, it used to be 2D this game. It was a side-scrolling 2D game.
Mona, I need your help. What's it pay? Hold on. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Oh, so will you make some games for me or what? Hey, Ashley. Okay, I'll call you back.
WarioWare Gold is out now on 3DS, and with over 300 microgames packed in, it serves as a great way to revisit the series' 15-year history, one that's full of clever innovation.
Why Japan's gaming boards were fighting for survival 16 minutes into the breach. Man, I thought this game was gonna be some cool turn-based strategy game, but it's a fucking puzzle game, man. It's a puzzle game in disguise. It got me. I've been gotten. It's a nice game though, still. Despite that. World of Assassination review.
Vicious game in the Agent 47 universe yet.
Now I've seen this. Official Gamescom trailer, Battlefield 5, yeah. Streets of Rage. Remember Advance Wars? I loved Advance Wars, man. That game was so good on the Game Boy Advance. Shit, boy. Streets of Rage. This is some Sega shit, isn't it? Whoa. Suddenly it looks like trash. I think they could have baited more people buying it if they didn't show gameplay. Spelunky? I heard really good things about this game. I bought it. I bought it expecting to play with a friend, and then suddenly it's fucking local co-op only.
It was bad, man.
Yeah, it was fucking bad, man. Oh.
I'm out. Yeah.
Bye bye. She done streaming already. Fuck this game. Is this? Did I see this one?
敵の頭上に、忍んでですね、そこから敵を見下ろして敵に気づかれないように、移動して上から一発で殺すとか、そういったダイナミックなアクションも入ってますね。
So in addition to that, for the verticality, there's another aspect of this game, which is there's a stealth aspect.
Yes. Which
So
we're seeing right now.
Yes, actually, yeah. This one's not the vertical type, but you can also, you saw it earlier as well, but you can jump down on enemies if they don't see you, and you can assassin. You can use a shinobi death blow on them, is what we call it. So.
Wait, so what is that called? I'm sorry, the shinobi death glow?
Death blow.
Death blow. I was like, he wasn't glowing, I don't think. Because that was a video that was accompanied in the tweet that you guys put out announcing the gameplay, that people can play this at Gamescom.
Right. Absolutely. It's on the show floor.
So you do mention the stealth.
God damn, this game looks good.
Rather important. How big of an element is that, as far as if you maybe aren't good at stealth, is there still a way to play this game and be okay at it?
Sure. じゃあステルスがそんなに上手くない人だったらこのゲームがプレイできて成功できることですか？
ステルス、今回のステキのシャドウズダイトワイスはいろんな攻略をできるようにふうに作っていて、アクションがすごい得意だった
おお、すごい。
真正面から進んで
アクションすごい。
アクションちょっと苦手だっていう人はステルスを使って倒してもいいっていうような形になってますね。
So, one of the goals for this game is they actually wanted to create a variety of strategies that you can employ based on your own playstyle. So if you're a god of action, you could probably run in and just take everyone down and just pull off some crazy moves.
That's
and
me.
It work. If you're not as good as, well, very few people are that good, but if you're, there's also options such as
what is that animation? Just grab them.
A smarter approach and kind of take on the encounter at your own pace. So there's a lot of different strategies you can employ, stealth being one of them, in order to succeed against crazy odds. So.
Yeah. So I feel like it's impossible to ignore the fact that the Souls franchise, how incredibly difficult it is. Can we expect to see that difficulty level reflected in this game?
The game looks bad? What's the point of making Dark Souls centered on one genre and style? How does this game ever look bad? If this game looks bad, what's a good game in your eyes? I don't think you'll ever find one.
いろいろ工夫をしてクリアできた時の達成感みたいなのは今作でも味わってもらえると思います。
So, yes, similar to their previous titles, the idea is that you're going to be up against a significant challenge, but there will be ways that you can kind of.
So just gameplay set aside. Graphics amazing. Animations amazing. Setting. Opinion.
So that whole idea.
And I fucking love ancient Japan setting. Ancient Japan with demons and shit.
We saw a few seconds ago the resurrection.
I think all of those already makes this an average game. Just those things. Not touching gameplay, not touching sound, not touching story.
People are asking themselves that.
じゃあ改正がある中でどうやって難しいゲームになりますか？
そうですね。基本的にまず改正に関しては、何でもバンバン使えるものではないです。
Have you played Battle Chasers before, Master?
I've played Battle Chasers before, I think.
Resurrection is not something you're going to just be able to do left and right all the time.
でもう一つは今回のゲームズコムのこのビルドの中ではですね、
Actually, I have not.
使うためには一回死亡して、
But it doesn't look like something I want to play.
でもう一回使用しようとするためには敵を倒さないといけない。敵に攻撃を与えることによって改正のポイントが溜まっていくっていう形になっているので、一回死んでしまったからといってずっと逃げ回ってれば楽に戦えるっていうことはない。
He looks like the nerd from the nerd. One of the nerds from Big Bang Theory. I forgot the actor's name.
The way that it's working right now. So, for example, and this is not final. Things could change, but the way it currently works is that
Sheldon. Yeah, I barely watched that show. It was terrible. But I just remember that actor kind of looks like him.
Again until you've defeated an enemy.
Jim Parsons. That's his name.
You only die twice.
That's the way it's working right now. So, and by attacking enemies and by doing damage to enemies, you gain back your ability to revive. But it's not a thing where you can come back to life and then just attack with impunity. If you die again, you're dead. So
there's still consequences.
Absolutely.
To being bad.
Jesus Christ, the animations in this game.
先に進むためにはよりアグレッシブにならないとい
Those
けないっていう
legs.
システムになってます。
So it might have some similarities to Bloodborne's regain system in that you're not going to succeed by just running and and moving away from the enemies. You can't use that to succeed. You really need to take aggression into your own. You need to be aggressive on your own in order to actually succeed.
So you actually touched on something about Bloodborne, obviously.
You also though have a jump where you can at any point jump in any direction, and that can create a lot of distance quickly, and it'll change things up, and it kind of gives you a different type of mobility than you've ever seen before.
So with the fight style of ninjas, they obviously have a very specific way of movement. How did you research?
Do I watch
really make
JoJo
sure
by any
that
chance?
combat
I do.
feels
But
like
I haven't finished the
you are
latest
getting
season.
That experience.
やっぱり忍者って特定の技とかなんかかっこいい技いろいろあるんですけど、どんな研究をしてそういった
Oh, they kept in the old Dark Souls style door
や
opening.
っぱり僕らのクリエイティブチームのところ好みがかなり強く入っていますね。昔の忍者の動きをどうこうっていうよりも、僕らの想像するかっこいい忍者ってなんだろうっていうところからの発想だと思います。
So, there were a lot of places they could have started. They could have started from history. They could have started from popular culture. They could have started from a lot of places. But what they really looked at was what do we think is cool? What is cool about ninjas to us, and how do we recreate that? And that was kind of that's where they started, and this is where this is how they were able to express that.
Well, it looks like you guys have a very good eye of what's cool, because it definitely looks good. So just to look, I really want to end on the shinobi prosthetic, because that looks integral to the combat. What kind of can we expect combos with the katana? Like, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so 義手と刀の話なんですけど、じゃあどんな風に組み合わせて戦えるんですか？
そうですね。まず忍び義手っていうのがあって、そこにいくつかのそれぞれ個性の強い義手人具っていうのをつけることができるんですけども、それぞれそのコンボの形っていうのはちょっと変わってます。
That horse battle looks insane.
So to start with the shinobi prosthetic, you have a lot of different. You have several different tools that you could equip there, and they all have their own.
Can't see your
uses.
face. Sucks to be you guys.
And those are combined with the katana in order to fight together.
で、例えばコンボの話で言うと。
That it creates this huge ball of fire, and then you can slice your sword through it, and your sword will actually catch on fire, which can catch enemies on fire if you fight with it afterwards, right? So those are two examples of ways that they can be used together.
You can use them together.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
that's interesting.
I can only.
I want to play this like now, man. I want to play it right now. 99%. Okay.
Have a good day, Mr. SingSing.
Thanks, Mr. Loki Smoker. You too, man. Thanks for the 9. 14 minutes. Dark Souls theology? What?
If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
What is this 15 FPS trailer?
Rise if you would, for that is our curse.
Suddenly it's not. Oh, I remember fighting that guy.
Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
I wonder if it's gonna be any good. Yeah, it's like every time they remaster something or they port it around, it turns out to be shit. I don't get it. Are you playing as the duck? The goose duck? Okay. Okay then. 6 minutes of Mountain Blade 2? Is this old or new? Why does it look like Mountain Blade 1? Why does it look exactly like Mountain Blade 1? This is Mountain Blade 1, isn't it? Mountain Blade 2. What's this bait? There's no way this is Mountain Blade 2! Hasn't this game been in development since like 2011?
Goose game proves geese are.
I'll check it out in a bit. No, it's actually Mountain Blade 2. No, it actually is Mountain Blade 2, but it looks exactly like 1. How can this be? The game's been in development for like years. What? Are geese OP? Is it geese? Gooses? Gooses?
We all know that humans are overpowered and deserve a nerf. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any good counterplay options. And while there are plenty of builds in the game that can harass humans, none have achieved the same infamy that the Goose has. The Goose is easily one of the most polarizing characters in the entire game, with plenty of players complaining to the devs that it needs to be nerfed. But let's do a deep dive into their stats and abilities before we jump to conclusions here. Are they really that OP? Are there any really solid counterplay options? Let's start with their two signature abilities. The first one dramatically boosts their resolve, granting near total immunity to intimidation effects, while the second one drastically increases the effectiveness of the Goose's own intimidation abilities. This can lead to some absolutely hilarious situations, where builds which could potentially one-shot a Goose don't even have enough resolve to resist losing their nerve. The bigger the opponent is, the less effective their intimidation effects are against geese. So while a dog may spook them, behemoths like giraffes, cows, and elephants are unable to scare off the Goose. Next,
what?
let's have a
Just
look at
poked
the
him
base
back on the
stats of
head.
Goose. Right off the bat, we notice that their best stat is HP, followed closely by their mobility. This is a bit of an unorthodox build, to be honest, which could be part of the reason that they're so successful. Most tanks tend to have high HP, of course, but they also tend to favor defense and power over mobility. But there's one other thing worth paying attention to on this stat chart, their power level. It's abysmal! The Goose build's max hit is so low that it would take ages for them to ever actually bring down an opponent's HP to 0. In some cases, their DPS literally can't even match the natural health regeneration of their targets. So how is it that a build with almost no combat potential has been so dominant in the meta lately? Well, it ties back into their abilities. Intimidation-based abilities synergize perfectly with the Goose's stats. Their goal with Intimidation is to grant themselves control over an area, and when it works, the Goose player typically doesn't actually need to deal any damage in order to end the battle. But should the target resist their Intimidation attempt, the two most important stats are going to be HP and mobility. HP so that if the opponent counterattacks, you'll be able to take a hit or two and still keep up the pressure. and mobility so that if they actually do turn the tide of battle, you'll be able to escape. In addition to having good stats for the job, the Goose build is also perfectly suited to conquer the newly created city park biomes that have become more commonplace due to the continued dominance of the human build. So what can you as a player do to counter the Goose's notorious strategy?
Eat them!
Well, I think the chink in the armor is pretty apparent.
What in the armor?
They do basically no physical damage, so your own HP and defense level is not really something you need to worry about if you end up in a skirmish with them. Their attack strategy depends entirely on intimidation, so if your character can resist their intimidation attempts, you'll have pretty much won the battle before it ever began. So to increase your chances of resisting intimidation, you need to have a high
resolve stat,
which can be
if I ever get attacked by a goose, I just hold my ground and they'll back off. I won't get poked in the eye or something.
Once you've managed to stay in the fight, winning should be relatively easy, but I have some tips for that too. Geese really have only 3 different attack moves, those being Aerial Ace, Wing Attack, and Peck. Aerial Ace and Wing Attack are pretty standard rushdown attacks, being short-ranged and low power. But Peck is an interesting move, because it's technically a spacing type move. It has a lot of range, like most spacing attacks do, but the interesting part about it is that it's actually very vulnerable. Most spacing moves rely on a disjointed weapon that can pressure an opponent from a safe distance. Whether it's in the form of horns, claws, or a long beak, the function is basically the same. But with Geese, instead of using a protected part of their build, they're actually taking a huge risk whenever they launch at a target. So if you target their neck and punish them whenever they try to peck you,
this
can really make the
Tearzu,
matchup
man, not
difficult.
Pokemon.
Another thing that's near impossible for them to deal with is stealth, since their intimidation abilities are useless when they can't see the attacker coming before it's too late. So with that in mind, here are some basic tips for beating Geese. Number 1, try to resist intimidation. Number 2, target their weak point for massive damage. And number 3, use stealth to prevent them from abusing intimidation abilities. Now, for you Goose mains out there, don't worry, I'm not just going to give away all your secrets without giving you a tip as well. This is a big one. Goose players, you need to do a better job avoiding grabs. Your high mobility stat doesn't do you any good if you get caught and can't fly away or swim. Because Geese, like most birds, have hollow bones, they're especially vulnerable to crush-type damage, the kind often inflicted from grabs.
What the fuck?
The obvious implication here is that learning different matchups is important. You need to learn which builds are focusing on finding grabs. You also need to recognize that all 3 of your offensive moves have a blind spot
Never
directly
fight a
behind
kangaroo.
you, and so
Oh,
it's
fuck you
absolutely
right up.
essential that you don't let an opponent cross you up and grab you from behind, because once that happens, you're out of options. This makes it especially difficult to battle 2 opponents at once, since it's nearly impossible to avoid getting grabbed by one while you're attacking the other. But really, the best tip I can give Goose mains is that you should switch to a build that can actually back up its intimidation attempts. A build that even Geese are afraid of. The Swan. Swans are basically everything scary about Geese, but shifted to maximum overdrive. Unlike Geese, Swans can dish out some serious damage. And on top of that, their aesthetics level is one of the highest in the game. But yeah, Swans and Geese, both excellent builds. But in my opinion, the Swan is the better choice because of their higher power and better aesthetics. Aesthetics is something that is difficult to master, not only in animals, but also in
Oh my god,
web
sell out
design.
suddenly.
If you're looking to create a website but don't know where to start, Squarespace has you covered. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace.
Yeah, I mean, we watched this video,
Squarespace
right? So
enables
might
you
as
to
well.
create beautiful websites that can showcase your work, sell products and
the
services of all kinds,
is that?
promote your business, and much more. Whatever you want to make online, make it with Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com/Tearzu for a free trial.
For the Prime?
And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code Tearzu to save 10% off your first purchase of a
Tearzu.
website or domain.
Yeah, I don't know if this is suited for Twitch, man.
Ничего себе там дуга! Вы видите, как волосы у него? Вот это маньяк у него ходит, смотрите!
He's definitely Russian, right?
Вы видели, на каком расстоянии? Ты пробуй кулаком. Говорит, ты чё, зверь?
Нифига себе!
Вот это расколбас!
Вижу! Да иди ты отсюда и там!
Попробуй, не нормально!
Да нет, слишком перебор!
Чуть-чуть, глянь, ну шарик просит.
Don't be a kitty.
Не было. Ой, зверь! Вот это круть! Видите
Нифига
это?
себе, выключи, убери этот шарик! Я получил заряд бодрости, но, по-моему, суперспособности пока еще не открылись. Давай еще.
Давай еще.
Ого, смотрите, что происходит! Хватит!
Убери его! Жесть.
Сейчас посмотрим, что вышло. Стой, надо напругу увеличить.
Кого? Куда увеличить?
Чуть-чуть.
Да ты с ума сошел.
Я чуть-чуть. 140.
140?
Ого, смотрите, что он творит.
Look at his face.
Попробуй локтем.
На. Я такую мощь чувствую внутри себя. Чувствую, что завтра вот так вот ших и пальцем молнии начну пускать.